two, three, four, and let's get started, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. This is gonna be about Fannie Willis. For those who do not know who Fannie Willis is, she is a Georgia uh, district attorney. Okay, and she trying to clean up her, the city of Atlanta. So she trying to clear the gangs out the street. Okay, and a lot of other things. And in this segment, she's going to talk about how she been threatened, how she been intimidated, all that garbage and everything, and how Trump hit her with a brick, with a big brick. How Trump attacked her and stuff. So we're going to turn it over to God, what I just said her name was. What I just said the lady name, y'all, Rachel. Okay, Rachel Maddox. Okay, she's gonna. We're gonna give our as we go. This is how we do on our channel. As we go on through the segment, we're gonna speak on it. Okay. All right, and this is for like news reporting and educational purposes. Okay, that's what I think it's for. Okay.
Let me start by asking you about what your life has been like and how things have changed over the course of this past year. I know you have bodyguards. I know you had to leave your home because of ongoing threats against you. I saw footage last week in an event honoring the South Fulton Police. You got a little bit emotional, thanking the police for having kept you safe in what has been a remarkably threatening environment for you. I wondered what effect the sort of constant threat of violence that you've been living with has had on you and on your ability to do your work.
Thank you. People ask about what is the personal journey that's been going on, and it really hasn't been happening in the last year. It's been happening since about a month after I took office. From the time I took office, I began to get threats. Those threats come children, but also paying for another establishment, and I have 24-hour really protection around me. So it's a very interesting way to live, but it's well worth it. To have the honor of being the first female district attorney in Fulton County, it pales in comparison to what my victims are going through. And the reality is, one of the reasons we are upsetting people is we are so successful here in Fulton County. I have the third largest crime drop in America. We have it because we're taking a balanced approach, both unapologetically going after gangs and violent criminals and anyone who should violate the law in my county, but we're also doing programs. And so it has been a huge sacrifice, but it's well worth it for my community.
We spoke, you did an interview with me earlier in your tenure, and we talked about what it was like to become a national lightning rod and to attract not just all the attention that a district attorney in a big place like Fulton County is always going to get locally for all of the important issues that affect the people of Fulton County, but to become a household name around the country, including by people who decided they were going to make your life hell for having brought one particularly very high-profile case. Do you feel like you've changed over the course of this term in office, over the course of this 4 years, in terms of having to develop new skills, new resources, develop a thicker skin than you might not have expected when you took this case when you ascended to office January 1st, 2020?
This job has certainly made me closer to God because you have to go into prayer often.
I know that's right.
That's just the truth. So that's a positive, right? When you're getting closer to God. But I can't explain to you how much I love the work that I do. I can't explain to you how loved I feel by my community. You really should feel sorry for those that are trying to deter me from my work. It doesn't do anything but motivate me to continue to work and to work hard. And so I'm not someone that's going to be broken, but certainly it is caused me to get thicker skin or to be more resilient, to dig deeper, to work harder. But what it has not done is deter me from my work.
Let me ask you about an interesting development that happened with a former Democratic governor of Georgia, Governor Roy Barnes. It emerged over the course of the Trump case and some of the, forgive me, the mishigas around that, that you had asked Governor Barnes if he would consider joining the prosecution as special counsel in that case. And it emerged that he said no, saying, quote, "I wasn't going to live with bodyguards for the rest of my life," which is a commentary on what it takes to be part of the legal system in this era, taking on politically powerful people. But Governor Barnes, as far as I understand it, has still offered that if the Republican-controlled legislature in Georgia comes after you with this new investigative committee that they seem to have formed specifically to come after you, with some of the other ways that they seem to be targeting you, that if you need legal representation of a specialty form as part of the way they're coming after you through the legislature, that he will represent you in those matters. I just wanted to ask if that's your understanding and what you make of that, those interactions that you've had with former Governor Barnes.
No, Governor Barnes is my attorney. They have decided in Georgia that they would like to come over after me. They use false reasons for wanting to come after me. I don't know if you remember, and I believe we talked about it last time. Georgia had never had a prosecutorial oversight committee, and all of a sudden 14 minorities were elected to office to serve as district attorney. And now all of a sudden they need an oversight committee to look after district attorneys because they want to tell us how to prosecute and who to prosecute and where we should put our resources, as opposed to allowing the voters that put us in these seats to make those determinations. The voters in my community are very clear that they want crime rid out of their communities, but they want it done both by removing violent offenders, which is what we have done. We've gone after gangs and we've worked with our police.
She's talking about only one gang, and that's Young Thug gang. It's a lot of gangs out there, Fani, Willis, in Atlanta. We have a lot of gangs. Yes. See, Young Thug, them just helping you get your election going on, but other than that, it's a lot of things. It's still out there.
Police departments to do so, but they also want second chances for low-level offenders, and we have done those programs. What is so ironic is, although it's only 14 of the 50 DAs in the state of Georgia, most of the citizens report to our jurisdictions. So although we're smaller in number than the other 36, most of the population has elected these minority DAs to serve them and has trusted their judgment. We now need daddy to tell us how to do our job.
But you know what? I like her.
The man has been indicted by...
Hold on, y'all. I like Fani Willis. She ain't no weak sister. She ain't no weak sister. She's not. She's not weak at all. Now, just on this little segment, y'all, I just want to come in. You know, I'm always give y'all the scoop on whatever come up in my mind, 'cause I like what I do. Now, Fani is going to bless. she called that. I'm not going to call that man a clown because she said it. She's going to bless Jimmy and MAGA follows out. Now, that they are trying to interfere with Trump case. Okay, they're trying to take her out of that case right there. I'm glad that we got strong women, you know, regardless of the color and anything. I'm just glad that we got strong women that have men backbones and other women, strong women backbones to succeed. Okay, now let me finish on with Rachel's show now.
The man has been indicted by a federal grand jury for allegedly threatening Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Georgia says the man railed against DA Willis's prosecution of former President Donald Trump in YouTube live streams. At one point, he's accused of saying DA Willis will, quote, be killed like a dog. He's said to be formally arraigned in Atlanta next month.
California man indicted earlier this month is the second person to face federal criminal charges for threatening to kill Fulton County DA Fani Willis. The first was a man from Alabama. Together, they represent a small fraction of the threats that Fani Willis has received in the 9 months since she began prosecuting Donald Trump and in the couple of years she first started investigating that matter. She travels with bodyguards. She's been forced to leave her home. All this while former President Trump continues to attack her relentlessly to his supporters. And as Republicans at the county, state, and federal level do everything they can to undermine and impugn and stymie her work and smear her personally. This level of sustained public attack is not usually the price of entry for doing your job as a district attorney, nor should it be in a country where the rule of law is supposedly the rule. The ability of prosecutors and judges to do their jobs without fear is a fundamental test of our democracy. Whether you like the Georgia criminal case against former President Trump or not, Fani Willis is one of the bellwethers for the rule of law in this country. Back with us now is the Fulton County District Attorney, Ms. Willis. Ms. Willis, I was interested to see in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution today, there were three Democratic state senators who published an opinion piece saying, quote, "We are witnessing a concerted effort by Trump and MAGA Republican politicians to cast doubt on the legitimate and strong Fulton County election interference case by attacking the prosecutor. It's an effort that takes advantage of every avenue of government power to which Trump's allies have access. Their goal, delay accountability for Trump's alleged attempt to illegally overturn a presidential election." This strikes me very close to my heart because I feel like the first times I've seen people standing up for you on this point. Wanted to ask how it strikes you. Do you agree with their assessment of what's going on?
Well, as you know, let's start with the federal government and Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan has time after time after time attacked my office with no legitimate purpose. Anyone who knows Jim Jordan's history knows that he only has the purpose of trying to interfere in a criminal investigation. He has now turned his tricks to, he's going to look at grant programs, which I invite him to do, and we have complied with his subpoenas. Wait. His attacks.
Hold up now. Hold up. We just did a live yesterday on, what's the girl name, who were trying to put her grants in here for juveniles. And you just mentioned something about a grant program where y'all did not support that young lady. I'm not upset with her, but I don't remember names, but the lady I just did her live yesterday. Fani, I don't know if you supported her with grants, and I don't know what you have against grants. I don't know, but I'm gonna bad this up a little bit to what you just said just a few minutes ago. Okay, here we go. What you just said about Jim Jordan, okay?
Anyone who knows Jim Jordan's history knows that he only has the purpose of trying to interfere in a criminal investigation. He has now turned his tricks to, he's going to look at grant programs.
Okay. Okay. Stop. What's grants program? It's not a trick. So the lady that y'all took, that what is that woman name? Hold on, y'all. I can't do this. I can't. Hold on for a minute. I got to go back and see who I did that live on. What is that girl name? Now I see why you think that grants are a trick. So I want to bring this to her attention right here because I am the people. Okay, I did a live on this girl yesterday. What her name is? And I kind of feel, here she go, right here. Timpson. This girl right here had a grant, y'all, for juvenile. Yeah, she was a whistleblower. Now, come on back over here. She just mentioned something about Jim, you grants to trick for a trick. And we need grants. Jim has, okay, here we go. Hold up, y'all. Timpson wanted to use grants. She wanted to use her grant for juvenile. And y'all want to turn her grants to where y'all don't want, she wanted to use it just for the people in it, Fulton County, but y'all wanted Timpson to use the grants for people out of state, for kids from another, from out of state. Y'all better put the grants on y'all kid. But I don't want to get in Timpson again because she had two different things going on right here. So Fani Willis is not, to me, she has something against grants. Okay, but Fani, you got to realize everybody don't have no money. So Jim, I got to look up on Jim and see what's going on here.
that he only has the purpose of trying to interfere in a criminal investigation. He has now turned his tricks to, he's going to look at grant programs, which I invite him to do, and we have complied with his subpoenas, but yet he continues his attacks to try to interfere in a criminal investigation, while his jurisdiction has one of the worst crime rates, has poverty issues, and not one time has he used his position to try to investigate people who are attacking me and attacking others legitimately doing their jobs, making him illegitimate in his position, and it's disgusting. And so I bring that up at the federal level because now at the state level, they've decided to follow this clown's lead. And they want to now try to interfere in an investigation, and it's not legitimate either. And so it shall fail, and it's not going to go anywhere. But they are trying to attack me at every level. As you know, today is an exciting day for me because I'm on a ballot tomorrow, and I have a Democratic challenger, and I plan to win and win big tomorrow. But I also have a Republican challenger coming up in November who's unqualified, been practicing law for less than 4 years, has never practiced criminal law, but has already got PACs supporting her, already has the National the National Republican Party, as well as the local Republican Party supporting her. And so I am thankful to those 3 Democrats who stood up for what is right. But I am at a point where I need Fulton County voters to get out and vote. I need people around the country to support me, big and small, to say that we are going to be a country that still believes in the rule of law. We are not going to allow people to be attacked while they do their job. Having prosecutors that are free from interference and are allowed to just look at cases, look at the facts, and if people broke the law to bring charges, has to go on for us to live in a free society. The sad part, though, for all of them, Ms. Maddow, is it doesn't matter how many times they attack me. I am not going to be broken, and I am going to still be standing here doing my job lawfully.
Now,
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis.
I'm glad she ain't gave up though. I'm sorry about that. Now I want to hear Mr. Her boyfriend ain't gonna sound boyfriend, but he did speak out, y'all. Her boyfriend. What the man name? What is he? What's the man name? Who she's supposed to have? Who she's supposed to be going with? That's their business. You know, she can go with whoever she want to go with. Sometimes you have to find somebody on the job that you got to go with because you so busy. What is that man name? I saw him, and I sure wanted to bring. Well, I just don't like his face, so I wait a minute. Let me see. He may be. Wait a minute. He's on Rachel's show too. I can't think of that boy. He in there. Him. No, not him. No. What her boyfriend name was? There he go. What his name? What that man name standing on the side of her, y'all? Okay. Y'all ain't telling me. Tell me the man name so I can look him up right quick. He was on here speaking just a few minutes ago. Hold on, y'all. Y'all got to do more than just watch. I need for y'all to talk something. Her boyfriend. What that boy name? Golly, I want y'all to hear him. Hold on, y'all.
But we begin tonight with Donald Trump's preoccupation with crowd size, which...
What I want y'all to hear. I can't find her boyfriend. I cannot find her boyfriend. Oh, yeah.
Watching the legal break.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. There go Tipson right there. Him. Yes.
Buddy.
Yeah. I couldn't think of his name. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah. Him. That boy go. But he did speak on his own. So.
It happened when that happened, and then I got indicted again, and then I got indicted again, and then I got indicted by Fani with her boyfriend. I call her Fani Wade. Her boyfriend's name is Wade. And she hired her because of his...
Wait a minute, Wade. Thank you, Trump, for telling me his name. With Trump, let's listen to him for a minute, y'all.
His expertise in this particular form of law, right? He was an expert. He never did it before, but he was an expert. He got paid almost $1 million.
I am back we are back now with former Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Do you care to respond?
Nathan Wade.
So I have to be very careful here. He is a named defendant on the indictment, and we don't want to get ourselves into a situation where the appeals court is having to weigh in on something that I've said, and I've jeopardized the case. So I will say this. I respect his right to voice his opinion. Her name is Fani Willis. My name is Nathan Wade. We are not married. Having said that, there's something special about individuals who say things just for attention or just to get a reaction. My reaction is simply this: thank you.
Well, there you go. And this case has been so deeply racialized by that person, by Donald Trump. And this case, because it's Fulton County, because this is a county that is run by African Americans, where the DA is black, she was just overwhelmingly reelected, DA Willis, where obviously you're African American. That has to play a role in it, does it not? I mean, we saw what happened with Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, the racialized attacks on them. How much of this case do you believe has become racialized, and how do you think that that's impacted the way people perceive it?
So, ironically, in his clip, he mentions being paid almost $1 million, I think was his exact verbiage. I was paid, to be exact, $250 an hour. My hours were capped.
$50 an hour?
He's paying his lawyers $500,000 a month.
He's rich, though.
$500,000 a month.
Given that the thing that Donald Trump has done very well in all of these cases that he faces, whether it is the document theft case or whether everything other than the case in New York that Alvin Bragg has brought against him, is delay. The whole purpose of bringing this case against yourself and Fani Willis to throw you off the case was to delay it. Do you believe this case will ever go to trial?
Oh, absolutely. This case is going to trial. I believe that
before the election?
That day of reckoning is coming. I do not believe that it'll go before the election.
Okay.
The Court of Appeals, they have a job to do.
Sure.
When that'll happen,
Well, how are they gonna go? How come? Wait a minute. He said he don't think they're gonna go before the election. So this doesn't intervene with the election. So her in the ballot and us voting on her, and for Fulton County voting on her. Wait a minute, hold up. So she can still run and be chosen. But it's not going to happen before the election. So how is this going to take place? So this must not have nothing to do with the voting thing. So why are we here? If it's not going to stop her from... all right.
Certainly not trying to opine as to what they'll do.
You don't have to try. Are you able to tell me, given obviously your connection to the case, what you think is the strongest piece of evidence in this case?
I am not able to tell you
I had to try.
I know that right, Wade.
Absolutely had to try. Let's talk about this because, we did see that you did attend the victory party for DA Willis. She overwhelmingly won her primary election. How would you characterize your relationship now?
Oh, we're the best of friends. We're great friends. Being attacked this way, the only other person on the planet who knows what I'm going through, and I know what she's going through. We communicate daily. You know, during the course of the prosecution, when I was a part of the team, we talked all the time, but we talked about the case. It was about business. Now
Y'all not
there's been a
supposed
shift
to
in the
hold on.
communication,
I
and it's
thought
more
y'all weren't supposed
about,
to talk
hey,
about
how are
this.
you handling the pressure? Or is your family okay? Nathan, are your children okay? I heard that there was something going on with your divorce. Is the situation there okay? You know, and my response to her, just as hers is to me, is a candid one. I'm doing fine. I'm keeping up with all my responsibilities, contrary to what people believe. I have not shirked any responsibilities. I've paid spousal support. I don't have minor children, so there's no reason to pay any child support. I am doing everything that I'm supposed to do and still dealing with the threats that are coming daily.
As an alpha man should.
I will say.
So I have to
Well
support
said.
that. And you know, I guess my kind of closing off question here is that, you know, I think that for the United States, for a lot of people who are watching what's happening with Donald Trump, with the former president, there is a sense that justice just eludes him, that it doesn't seem possible to bring him to justice. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that he is somebody who is going to elude justice ultimately?
I feel, again, that day of reckoning is coming. I think that Fulton County jurors are intelligent. They are attentive. They will listen to the facts and the evidence, and they will render a verdict that speaks the truth in this case, based upon the facts and the evidence, no matter what.
Nathan Wade, thank you very much. Really
Thank you.
appreciate
So
it.
I just wanted to bring all this attention to y'all. And oh man. All right, y'all. Put in it. Y'all have a good day, okay? I'm about to fix my hair, y'all. I gotta go to work in the morning. I love y'all, okay? I just want to bring y'all some scoop in here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.